make sure you can see everything. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and get started. In October, as we move into October, you have some very interesting energies. First of all, in your recent past, we have the King of Cups. So somebody in your life, most likely a water sign, is in your life, or coming back into your life, or you have just recently met somebody. And when fire signs and water signs get together, it's a very interesting energy. And I know I've talked about this before, because you really are very much opposites attract. You love working, doing your life through action. They do their life through their emotions. They let their emotions guide them. Water signs do, and they also very much really like to keep their emotions calm and stable. And so you are fiery energy. You're always out and about doing everything. And it can tend to cause a lot of tensions. But in doing so, when you're together, it causes each other to grow. And it causes you both to grow and understand the differences that are between you. So it's a very interesting energy. So somebody is here they're in the past, okay? They might be coming in through the future, through October. I'm not sure, but they are definitely here. They're very present, okay? Now, the reason why I said this is interesting to you, Aries, is because the present energy in October is the Four of Cups. Now, this is a card of complacency. It's a card of boredom and unsurety, not being sure about what to do, and not really even caring. Not even trying to decide what to do. It just is, okay? So this could be you regarding this water energy. This could be them regarding you, but this is the present energy in October, okay? There is complacency. There is boredom. There is unsurety. And carelessness, okay? There's lots of emotion here. There's even more emotion on the table. But this person, whether it be you or them, is unwilling to grasp onto it or be thankful for it or grateful or appreciate what is there, okay? Or they could just not be wanting to make any sort of decision and just continue to see how things play out, okay? That's good. Again, this could be you or this could be them. And what is interesting, the reason why I said that's interesting, because this card is being crossed by the Four of Wands. And this card is it can be a card of marriage or celebrations or happy moments with people, celebrating love, okay? And because it's crossing this card of complacency, one person in the relationship may be hoping for this energy or this type of direction in the relationship, and the other person is not ready to make that decision yet. Okay, so it's going to cause some sort of imbalance. There definitely is somebody very present in your life, somebody very warm and caring and gentle. And yes, while this is a benefit position, it's also a challenge. And because it's crossing the Four of Cups, I'm going to say that in October, this energy is going to be a bit of a challenge, okay? Getting the type of love, getting the type of reciprocity that you want out of the relationship is going to be challenging because they're not ready to do that, okay? They're not ready to do that with you, or they're just not ready to do that in life in general, okay? They're probably not wanting any sort of commitment, or maybe there has been a commitment and now they're wondering if they made the right decision. They might just be backing away a little bit. Okay. Now, what's grounding your October is the Empress. So what this is saying, Aries, is just continue being amazing, okay? Continue focusing on yourself. Continue focusing on work and where you are going in life, no matter who is in or out of it, okay? Aries, you are beautiful and amazing in and of yourself, and you don't need other people to make you feel like you can go and conquer the world. You know you can do that anyway. Okay, so stay in your own power and stay within yourself and really harness the power of the Empress. I mean, she is fertile with ideas. She works hard. She works tirelessly. She works endlessly, and she makes her dreams come true. Okay? For her, not for anybody else. This is grounding your October. So regardless of what's going on here, Aries, keep this in mind and keep this energy. Okay? And what's funny is when you do that, it tends to bring or magnetize or attract people to you. Okay? So here we have what's crowning your October is the Ace of Cups. And this is a beautiful energy. It's new, overflowing love and emotions. Okay, so there may be moments with this person, and they may have a water sign that is rising or moon. It doesn't have to necessarily mean that their sun sign is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but it could. But there's going to be moments in October where you're going to feel completely engulfed in love and romance. Okay, which is beautiful. So there's going to be moments of this, and then there's going to be moments where they or you pull away. Okay, and I bet you, I feel that when these moments come about, it's going to be with this person, and it's also going to be because you are focusing on yourself. Okay, it doesn't mean they're staying for good. It doesn't mean they're leaving. It doesn't even mean they're going and coming. It just means that when you focus on yourself, it draws people to you. So they may be interested and then kind of not interested or unsure. Or maybe you have a history and they're not sure. They want to start things back up again. So just take it slow. And you know what? Who cares? Just focus on yourself. This may come in and out. Okay? They may come in and out. That's fine. Whatever, it doesn't matter because you're going to be continuing to focus on yourself and pull this love in by focusing on yourself, okay? But it is going to stress you out, Aries, because you tend to work in sureties and finalities, and you like to know where you stand, you like to know where situations stand, and in order for you to move forward, you like to know where things are currently. You don't deal well with uncertainty. Some people do, some people don't. Aries don't. Okay? So it's going to cause you some stress. Because in the latter half of October, we have the Nine of Swords. So this doesn't mean that something bad is happening. This means that you're going to be up late at night worrying that something bad is going to happen. Okay? This is just your worries. This is not reality. So just keep that in mind. As you're stressing about this person or whomever, this is love related, okay? As you're worried about your love life, just really remember that it's you that is worrying. Things may really be fine. They may have very positive thoughts about you, but maybe they don't contact you as often as you want, or maybe they pull away and you get stressed out, okay? But whatever is going on here, you're doing it to yourself, so keep that in mind and try to step out of that energy and realize that you're maybe just going down a rabbit hole or spinning in your mind because you're not getting the type of, response that you want from them. But it doesn't mean that something really is wrong. So keep that in mind, Aries. Now, how you're feeling about the situation. We have Major Arcana card, the 20th Major Arcana card, the Final Judgment. Okay? This is how you're feeling about the situation. So this means that you are starting to get fed up with how things are. You need change. You need communication. And most importantly, Aries, you need to know where you stand. And when you don't, you tend to force an outcome, and it can really hurt a situation. Okay? Yes, it is frustrating. Yes, you do want things to work out. And yes, you do want to know that they are good. But it doesn't mean that you stress yourself out and worry and start going down a rabbit hole and think that everything is bad. And so then you project a negative outcome. Okay? This is a very positive card. It means renewal. It means outcome. It means change. But it doesn't have to mean that you force something because you're stressed out. So you force a resolution so then you can move on. Because at least you know, even if it's bad, at least you know you know where everything stands, so then you can move forward, okay? Be very cautious of this, because how you react here causes how this outcome is going to be, Okay, now again, this is your thoughts. This is how you feel about the situation. So this is very clearly you projecting an outcome. And it will happen. So be careful what you project. Because most likely, Aries, and I know how you operate, most likely you're projecting something that could be very negative and could definitely be detrimental to the relationship or to the bond. Okay, so be very slow and cautious and try to keep your thoughts warm and positive and happy. Okay, and try to not be here, because then you're going to be projecting a positive outcome if you stay positive. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because this is how they are viewing you. They are viewing you as an amazing individual. The Queen of Wands. I mean, she is full of light. She is full of energy. She loves taking action. She loves making decisions. Okay? She is positive. She loves nice things. She loves money. Okay? So they're viewing you as somebody that has their entire life at their fingertips. They're viewing you as somebody that's capable and somebody that's energetic and happy and warm. So before you go down this rabbit hole, before you force these outcomes, Aries, just know that just because you're not getting the timely response that you want doesn't mean that they are not thinking about you, and it doesn't mean that they are not thinking positively of you. Okay? Water energies are just not quick to come to conclusions like you are. They need continuous positive interactions until they make their decision. They don't just say, oh, that was fun, now I want to be with this person. Okay? They're very slow to make decisions. So keep that in mind. They are thinking only good thoughts about you. So stop this business. And if you change this into something positive, which you can, okay, you can always change the energy of the cards just based on thought processes, then this will be a positive outcome. Okay. Now your hopes and fears, Aries, is the Emperor. This is another major arcana card. Okay. This is your card, Aries. So you're hoping that you can, even see the rams here. You're hoping and fearing that you are this person. You're fearing that you are pushing too much, that you're trying to force too much change, that you are taking too much action, and you very well may be. Okay? You're also hoping that they love you for who you are. Okay? Somebody that is capable, somebody that is action-oriented, somebody that is strategic, somebody that is a master planner. Okay? You want them to see how amazing you are, but you're also afraid that it will scare them away. Okay, especially when you get into female Aries are ruled by Mars, which is a masculine energy, and especially if you're dealing with water energies, for example, like a Pisces, if you're dealing with a Pisces male, that's a feminine energy. So when you have a feminine energy that's male and a masculine energy that's female, it causes the dynamic to just get a little bit weird. So you tend to worry that you're going to be too forceful. Okay, so the key is to just, let things progress naturally and let things happen and be happy. Okay, stay positive. Because ultimately you are a very positive person. But when you start spinning, you get nervous and it causes problems. Now, in the outcome of October, we have the Five of Swords, Aries. This is a lose-lose situation, okay? This means that most likely there is going to be an argument or a misunderstanding with somebody, this person, most likely, and it's not going to end in a positive light, and it's not going to end in a way that either of you wanted, okay? It's going to be negative, and you're both going to be left feeling frustrated and saddened and disheartened because you probably both said things you didn't mean, and you know that, but both of you are still hurt. So keep that in mind. And this is very important. This row, Aries, and normally in the Celtic cross, the cards are actually set up like this, and I'm sure you all know that. But I set them up like this so they can fit into the camera. And it's just interesting to see all of this capability and power on this side. and all of this self-inflicting demise that happens here. Okay, and the Judgment's a very positive card, but when it's paired up with these cards, this Judgment's not going to be good, okay? And you're doing it to yourself. So you have all this power and all this capability and all of this sunlight, and you also have all of this self-defeating prophecy, okay? Keep that in mind, Aries. Because ultimately, this is an extremely positive reading. The only negative thing in this entire reading is what you do to yourself and how you view something. Okay? They're viewing you in a very positive light. Okay? You're just not getting what you want in the time you want it. But look at, there's so much love here. This is a beautiful personality. Okay? And you're a beautiful, capable person. And they know this. Okay? All right, Aries, well, keep yourself in check in October. Don't get worried. And I think the key is to not go down this place by staying positive and focusing on yourself and not your own happiness, not focusing on what people are giving you, not focusing on how they are acting towards you. Just focus on how you're acting towards them, and it will change everything, okay?